Our sourdough has been proving in the fridge overnight. We got up about an hour ago to switch the oven on to about 230, 240 degrees centigrade, and I've put in there 2 casserole dishes which are going to be large enough to put the proved dough into to rise. Putting it in the casserole dish helps to radiate heat around the side of the bread to make it rise up and make it go really nice and crispy like a proper sourdough should. So we'll now get those casseroles out of the oven and we'll put the bread into it. At the same time as you put the bread in the oven, you need to put in some boiling water into the oven to create steam. So this goes into another tin if you can into the oven, or another tray underneath the 2 casserole dishes. And this creates a really nice steamy atmosphere for your bread to rise in. And if you can, also if you have a spray bottle, spray around the oven just as they go in to make sure that there's a lot of steam, so it gives that a really nice atmosphere to the bread to cook in. I've got some rice flour here. I'm using rice flour because it has a higher burn point than ordinary flour, but you can use ordinary flour obviously in these times. You might not be able to get rice flour. I'm just going to dust the bottom of the casserole dish, and you can see it's really hot, it's sort of steaming away. Now be really careful when you turn this out. These are really hot, as you can probably see, they're smoking. Take the lid off and your bread should have risen a little bit. It doesn't rise as much as a traditional loaf would do, but just turn it out, let it flop in, and carefully place it into your casserole dish. This is the second one that I've got. I covered it with a tea towel and then put it inside a bin bag. We'll keep that bin bag for another use. That one's risen up. This one was with spelt, so exactly the same thing. This one was in a liner, so just pop that in as well, really carefully. Then you need a little knife. You can use any sharp knife, and you can score some lines around it, just gently in the top, and this will give pattern to the top of your bread. Same with this one, and you can see it has got the stripes on it. I'll just show you those so you can see. So there's the stripy loaf, and this is the one that was in the liner. I'll just sprinkle a little bit of rice flour on that one, just to give it a little bit of colour on the top. You can use patterns, you can get little templates as well if you want to, which give extra kind of character to your sourdough. Now this goes back into the oven for 25 minutes until it's really nicely well baked and risen. Here we are, 2 fantastic loaves out of the oven, 25 minutes, they bake perfectly. This is the one that was in the banneton, you can see the stripes on it. Nice hollow sound, that's beautifully cooked, so we'll put that onto a cooling rack to cool. And this one is the one with some spelt flour in. Again, just give it a tap on the bottom, should now sound nice and hollow. Pop that to cool. So there we go, it's a week's worth of work, but well worth it. Thanks so much again to Linda Laters for her fabulous recipe. I hope you will all enjoy having a go and making this sourdough bread.